Oh, remember yesterday or 2 days ago, we were talking about people saying please to Alexa or to voice assistants in general. It was just a weird philosophical conversation about how polite you should be to your AI, whether it's Alexa or Google Assistant or Siri or whatever. Then I see this article today. Alexa can now sound excited or disappointed. So they've been working to give more humanness to the voice of Alexa. And it's making me reconsider the clip from yesterday, because the more human this thing starts to sound, the more I consider the way I sound back.
Yeah.
The more robotic it sounds, the less sensitivity that's triggered inside of me interacting with it. So let me just give you I'm going to give you a little playback here, okay? This is Alexa Emotions High Excited. That's what this is called, okay? Look at this.
I'm playing a single hand in what looks like a losing game. I'm playing a single hand in what looks like a losing game.
Okay. Now, Alexa, disappointed.
Like a losing game. I'm playing a single hand in what looks like a losing game.
Now imagine you're rude to Alexa and then she comes with that. Okay, fine. Ah!
I would have to feel bad.
Okay, fine.
You know?
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's crazy. It's getting pretty good. Now, there's a couple of other styles in here. There's a new speaking style for reading the news. So the sort of more typical update that you would get from Alexa. I'll play for you the old one, standard.
San Francisco's $2.2 billion Grand Central Terminal open, spanning 3 city blocks. San Francisco's $2 billion...
That's what you're used to. As it stands today, your experience with assistants, it's kind of robotic like that. Now, here is your more natural speaking style.
San Francisco's $2.2 billion Grand Central Terminal open, spanning 3 city blocks. San Francisco's $2 billion transit terminal is open after nearly a decade under construction.
Is she going higher in pitch?
Yeah, so that's the difference, is it has to find those various frequencies, the intonation, it has to go to those human places, or at least mimic those human places to convince you. It's not as good as the excited thing from earlier,
Right.
but it is more convincing than the strictly monotone robotic thing that we're all used to. So you start to get into, like I said, the weird philosophical space of the more human these become, the more human you have to treat them. And that's a weird, curious way to go.
Yeah, it can be a dangerous slope. How do you feel about this?
Well, what I'm saying is, let's say our relationships with this AI becomes more advanced and more significant. Let's say they get so good, they always say the right thing to you. You speak to them when you're upset. It's interchangeable with the way a human would converse, except they know you very well. They're constantly, there's no friction. It could, much like we reach for our smartphones instead of our actual daily lives, you could reach for these AI as opposed to humans who are imperfect.
Yes.
Humans who have issues and are mad at you, or are sensitive, or you're nervous to talk to.
Yeah.
You just go straight to the AI, just like you reach for your phone or your video game or whatever it happens to be.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't just become an assistant. It becomes like a therapist or a friend.
Yeah, I was going to say beyond a therapist.
Like
I was going to
friend.
say it becomes your core set of relationships.
Yeah.
You could have 17 AI in your house. You have, depending on what mood you're in, you have a different conversation with a different one. And so long as you can trick your human mind into believing it's meaningful, you can sort of subsidize your lack of true human interaction.
Yes.
Now, these are not paired with any kind of physical creature, but presumably that would be the next phase of it. But I don't even necessarily think you need it, because you're always ranting and raving yourself about the movie Her
I was just gonna say.
every day.
Well, I mean,
You come in,
I
Spike
Come in,
Jones,
yell out
Spike
Her.
Jones, Spike Lee. How you got two spikes? How you get two spikes in the same business?
both great directors.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of wild. Way to go.
Well, you should.
If you
should,
got to name your kid Spike, he goes straight to the top.
Yeah,
He wants to. You want to have a filmmaker. You just name him Spike.
yeah.
Simple. Yeah, this first one. I mean, the one where she's sad, it really got to me. It hit inside the thing where you don't. I don't want you to be sad though.
I'm playing a single hand in what looks like a losing game.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm playing a single hand in what looks like a losing game.
I mean, we're human. We're human. You can't. There's empathy. You can't. The source doesn't. This opens up a whole different conversation about manipulation as well.
Right. I think the news speaking is pretty good, in a sense that there's not much empathy there. You don't really feel for her. She's just delivering
Right.
in like not in a non-robotic way.
But the thing is, Will, we're just at we're at the infancy right now.
Yes.
We're sitting here, you and I, we're sitting here 2019. You imagine where this is going to go. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the future here. Early stuff, this is going to get 100 times more powerful, 1,000 times more powerful. I'm going to have to worry about you.
Me?
Yeah, I'm going to have to worry about you. I'll be like, Will, you talking to AI again?
Like, no. What?
Oh, can I catch you?
It's like, he's listening.
I'm like, Will, what'd you do? What did you do yesterday? Oh, nothing. You talking to AI again? I don't know. Maybe it's what people need. Maybe it's inevitable. Maybe it's
That's so scary.
maybe it's the way that it goes. Maybe it's the progression. Maybe my AI talks to your AI. We turn into the stereotypical alien. The mouth seals shut. You don't need it anymore.
Oh.
I don't know what happens, Will. That's kind of dark, though. I'm going to take a more positive approach,
Okay.
which is it's going to continue to enhance human existence and enrich human existence. And we're going to showcase tremendous discipline in how we engage with this technology.
Let's
Yeah,
hope
that's what
so.
we're going to do
Yeah.
in 2019 and beyond.